Welcome to RiversEdge Today. I'm Marianne Fossey, and it's good to have Rebecca Strange again with us.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming back again. It's been an incredible time the past few weeks, talking about how God has moved in your Mary Kay business. And man, just that the times where you're in front of them women when they're really vulnerable because all their makeup is gone, and you're there with these women and you're able to share the love of Jesus with them, and some have gotten saved because of that. That's amazing. I mean, that's truly what God's called us to, is to go out and to be around people and to share His love, and we do that through our businesses.
Absolutely.
And you've done that for 12 plus years, right?
That's what I'm trying to do, for sure. It's become the vehicle God has into my life, and I've been grateful for it every day.
Well, that's the thing. Wherever God has us, whatever we're doing, whether we're in full-time ministry or we're in marketplace ministry, running a business, working at a business, we're supposed to serve God where we're at that. Right.
It's neat to see how God does that, because tonight my child said he had to have Mexican, and I was planning on cooking dinner, and I was like, you have to have Mexican, and so we went to our favorite Mexican place, and while we're in there, somebody came out and took a picture of my car, and on the back of it, I always put my name and my telephone number, and about 11 o'clock that night, I got a text message, and it was a lady who had just moved here from California, and I'm constantly praying more for people across my path, give me divine appointments. And my national area always laughs. You get all these divine appointments, you have all these stories. And this lady had lost her daughter. She's lost 12 people since COVID. During this span of a few years, she had lost her only child. She's living here now because her nearest, closest relative lived here in Montgomery, so she moved here to be close. And she used to be a Mary Kay lady, and she said, I need that community, those people. And so God put her in my path, and then she called me, and she ended up ordering something so we could kind of meet. And now we're really good friends.
Wow.
With me in a walking club and doing some different things that are out of my comfort zone, but we're friends and we're doing that now. And she always says, I needed Mary Kay. But she just needed the Lord. She needed that community. And it's so neat. I have women all the time. I have a lady that stopped at my house today because she wanted a hug. She hadn't seen me in 2 weeks. She I'm leaving, her mom does. And she said every time we have a meeting, and she gives the testimony of what Mary Kay's done in her life, and she says it saved my life.
Wow.
She was in depression when she started, and it gave her an outlet. It gave her something to look forward to and to do to get past just homeschooling and 6 kids.
Yeah.
And so you just never know what a ministry, which is a business, can turn into.
Yeah. People are hurting so deeply.
They are.
And we don't understand. We don't even realize it because most of the time we're too busy.
Absolutely.
And we're waiting for people to come in our churches when Jesus said to go. And when you're in a business like yours, being a Mary Kay director, and you're in front of people in their homes, and you show them that you care for them and you're listening to them. That's what we're supposed to do. And I love how God is in even the littlest things in our lives every day.
Absolutely. We were in Nashville, Tennessee, back in January, because we always take January, we go to a leadership convention, and then in July, we always go to a seminar out in Dallas. And the January meeting is always in a different location throughout the country. And one of my prayers was that God would give me opportunity to sit down with consultants that are already in my unit and just be able to have conversation with them and their husbands or their spouse or their family. And I got a phone call before I even got back. Of the Lord ended with a 3, so it was a camel year. It represented the year of the camel. And she shared this word with me, and she said, the Lord had given me my Rebecca. And she's talking about me, and I'm thinking,
Wow.
you have me, yes, you have me. And, we have a bond, we have a relationship with the people that we work with, but it was so cool because God gave her this word for her, but it really impacted me. She and I actually met a couple weeks later after she'd gotten that word, and she took me to Starbucks. She's like, let's go to Starbucks and talk, I need to tell you something. And I sat there and wept when she's telling me this word, because the title of the word was The Camels Are Coming. And I pulled my phone up, because I save everything on my phone. I hate paper, if you know me. And so I pulled up an email from 10 years ago that I had saved on my phone from Chuck Pierce that said the camels are coming.
Wow.
And I said, this is a word the Lord gave me 10 years ago. And she just looked at me like dumbfounded. She said, what? So we're sitting there bawling in Starbucks, and she had no idea. But we were in January, started our car production for our new Cadillac. And it was Cadillac number 3 for me. And so the 3
Wow.
was very important. And she was talking about the number 3, and then it was the year of the camels. And then everywhere I went, I was camel bound. I'm like, I go on, the Lord sends me in a store, and there's a camel picture, and I go on this, and there's camels. I was at church one Sunday, and y'all are showing camel pictures from a mission trip, and I'm like, every time I saw a camel, I was texting it to her. I take the picture. I'm like, I see another camel. I went to an all-in conference, and they were talking about the camels, and gave this word about camels, and I'm like, okay, Lord, I get it. And I literally had been driving down the street, not far from my house, just a couple of days before she and I talked. And it was so funny because I was in this dilemma in my head as to whether I was even going to work for Cadillac this time, because it was had been probably the hardest 2 years of my life that I was going through, just crazy stuff. And the Lord said, why would you not do that? I'm giving you a car. I'm paying for the insurance, the tax, the title, the maintenance, everything on it. Why would you not work for it? And then she gave me that word with the camels and the 3s, and then God just started like plopping camels in my spot. And then we finished Cadillac number 3.
Praise God.
And it was literally divine appointment after divine appointment. God putting people in my path and showing me that He listens, He cares, that He does. And it's so neat to see that, because you can constantly give, but He's constantly giving back.
Yeah.
Press down, overflowing.
Yes.
So it's just neat to see Him work like that.
Wow. Praise God. Well, I do want to say congratulations on your pink Cadillac number 3. And, God, there is nothing that takes God by surprise. He has our steps ordered, and He just says to be obedient. And just, you think about it. 12 years ago, would you have thought you'd gone through as many cars, and here you are at Cadillac number 3, and the things God has brought you through, and the people that you have touched because of this ministry? Man. Well, we're out of time. This has been just incredible. Thank you again for coming. God bless you in your ministry and your marketplace ministry as a Mary Kay director. And thank you all for watching. We look forward to seeing you next time.